Hey guys, it's Melvin, and today I want to take you through what to do when you get a free kick at about half pitch. So if you're like me, you just don't want to sort of kick it anywhere and lose possession, and you don't want to take the risk of playing it short because you can easily lose the ball, get caught on the counter and concede. So I found a little trick that works pretty well. If you do everything right, it'll work perfectly fine. Your player usually gets on the end of it. You will even end up performing bicycle kicks. You'll see it right there. And well, it just works so well. It's amazing, really. I'll take you through the step-by-step tutorial, how to do it, how you have to position the player, how you're going to curve the ball, just about everything. So, let's get to it. So, for the first step, what you need to do is determine what side of the pitch you're on. Now, usually this is pretty obvious, but if you're unsure, just look at where the majority of the players are in the box. So in this case, the majority are on the left, so that means I'm on the right side. And if the majority are on the right, that means you're on the left. Now the reason I say this is because if you're on the right, you need to pick a right-footed player. And if you're on the left, you need to pick a left-footed player. Now this isn't something that's entirely necessary, but the reason I recommend it is because we're going to be curling the ball in. So obviously in this situation, I'm on the left. It's better to have a left-footed player to curl it in. If I were to put a right-footed player in this situation, it just wouldn't curl as much as it should, and it just wouldn't come out as good as it should. So, for the next part, before we start powering up the cross, we're going to need to position the free kick. Now, all it is, it's pretty simple. All it is a little flick around the outside. So if I'm on the right, like you'll see now, it's just a tiny flick to the right. And if I'm on the left side, it's just a tiny flick to the left. That's all it is. It's just a little tiny flick of the analog. So now you're probably thinking, well, how much power do we put? Well, that sort of depends on where exactly you are on the pitch. In this situation, I'm far down the left. I put about 3 1/4 and I just about got into the box. So what I'd say is you want to aim for sort of the length of where the penalty spot is. So if you're further on the left or on the right, it's about 3.5, and here I'm in the center, a little bit close to the box, 2.5 bars, and I got it perfect, really. So what you want to use as a measure is sort of aim for the penalty spot. That's what I'd say is the sweet spot. If you can curl it in perfectly in there, you're probably going to get the ball most of the time, and if you get it perfect, you pull off the bicycle kick. So as I explained before, we're going to have to be curling the ball in towards the box, and it's pretty simple. As you power up the cross, you want to hold the left analog in the direction that you want to curl it in. So in this situation you're going to see now, we need to curl it in towards the left. And really that's all it takes. If you're on the right side, hold the left analog to the left, and if you're on the left side, you curl it in towards the right. That's all it takes. But I do want you to see this replay now, because I want you to see the curve. Just to watch it. You see? And this is exactly why I was telling you to pick a right-footed player on the right and a left-footed player on the left. So I just want to show you another example, and it's sort of the same, except this time it's a bicycle kick and we scored as well. But it's actually in pro clubs with any player, and this just shows how effective it is. You can pull it off with just about anyone if you get it right. So as you might have noticed that the ball didn't really curve as much as it should have, but that's because I didn't have a left-footed player when I needed one. But really it just goes to show that if you perform all the other steps right, it's still going to come out, but I do recommend you get a left-footed player when it's needed. So for the final part, pulling off the bicycle kick. Now, this isn't something that's hard to pull off, and it's kind of more down to luck, really. It does depend on the power you put, the height of the ball, the dip it has. It depends on many different factors, so it's not always going to come out. But it's pretty simple. All you have to do is, as the ball approaches, is hold the L2, LT button, power up the shot, and, well, depending on how it's going, sometimes it'll perform the bicycle kick. Other times they'll just perform a header, but it is very likely that you'll still score from it. Anyway, if you like this video, you want to see more tutorials, or you just want to see any other videos, just like, subscribe, share,